I'm investigating the impact of climate change on jellyfish, so how warming and acidification and deoxygenation are affecting the youngest stage of the jellyfish. I immediately love them because they are so different one from the other, and we just know a little bit of the story of the jellyfish, so there is so much to discover that I find it really challenging, and a part of that, I find them really beautiful. I work with Aurelia from the North Sea, and this is the common jellyfish, it's the moon jellyfish. We go sampling them in summertime. We go by boat, we collect the adults, and we bring them back to our labs. And in the labs, we induce the release of the sexual cells, and then we continue with the rest of the experiments. So when we get the polyps first, they are really small, so we have to feed them till they grow up like some millimeters. And then we change the temperature. We decrease the temperature slowly. And then at some point they start to release the baby jellyfish. So they are flat at the beginning and they start to eat and swim, and then they become jellyfish. So I focused my study on this baby jellyfish, on the Ephyrae, because the survival of the Ephyrae are the bottleneck of medusa population. So if we know what is happening with this baby jellyfish, we can understand a bit better what is happening with the populations that we can't see by naked eye and everybody's aware of. What I do is to collect the baby jellyfish like recently released during the last 24 hours, and I put them in small vessels, small bottles where the gas is bubbled, and the gas is a mixture between CO2 and oxygen. And I have these bottles in 2 different temperatures. So we have 6 different CO2 levels and 3 different oxygen levels and 2 different temperatures. What we saw in this population from the North Sea is that they will be tolerant to end-of-the-century scenarios. They are not losing the biomass, or they are not decreasing. And when you compare these results with the possible competitors as fish, then is when you see that they are more tolerant than other groups to end-of-the-century scenarios. So that might have an effect on future fisheries. What we have to keep in mind is that eutrophication, overfishing, warming, all these conditions, what they do is to move the arrow into the direction of favoring the jellyfish increase. So if the climate change continues in the direction that we are going at the moment, then of course they look as winners in a future ocean. But I still have hopes that we change that direction, then we don't have an ocean full of jellyfish in the future.